Hey, welcome to Keight's Krafts. I'm Keight. Today I would like to share with you how I made 4 simple cards using these simple ingredients. Starting off here, I have my little water squirt bottle and I'm just wetting my palette here. This is the Fawn Iridescent Watercolors and I'm just haphazardly sprinkling them all over my black sheet of 65-pound cardstock. There is no method to my madness here. Halfway through sprinkling all of this or splattering all this all over my paper, I thought, probably should have got my splatter box. Probably would have made the most sense, but this idea just kind of eureka'd me, and I needed a couple of quick cards last minute for the pop-up market that I recently did, which was amazing, by the way. And I wanted to throw in a couple of extra graduation cards and extra Father's Day cards because I had people messaging me asking if I would have some, and I was worried that I didn't have enough. And for the record, I didn't. But here I am taking some white cardstock. I believe it was 110-pound Recollections brand white cardstock, just because it was a little more sturdier for what I wanted to do, and I was contemplating on which stamps that I wanted to use here. So I'm going to take the Father's Day stamp from the Lawn Fawn Magic Spring Message and the Happy Graduation, and I will stamp this out twice on either side of this card panel with some Lawn Fawn Jet Black ink, because this particular ink is Copic color friendly, and we're going to just add a little hint of Copic coloring to this, just to kind of give it a slight pop of color. So once I'm happy with that, I will do the other side off camera, and we are going to use a R46, a strong red, and a Y35, which I can't remember that one. I don't know if it's maize or if it's honey. It's hard to see with the glare. I apologize. So I'm just going to color these guys in the little areas here just to kind of give it a little bit of color. Not much, because these cards aren't going to be super flashy or super exciting, but effective nonetheless. So I'm just going around and coloring what I want to color red. And then once I'm done that, I will pick up the yellow and I will go in all the little stars and the spaces that I didn't color into red. So I thought the yellow and the red looked rather nice together and wasn't too overwhelming. So yeah, I didn't end up having a single Father's Day card left from the pop-up market that I did this past weekend at the time of this recording. So many wonderful people came out to say hi, to shop. So many wonderful people messaged me wishing me good luck, as it was my first pop-up market, which was rather exciting. I got to meet a lot of neat people, and I got a chance to check out all the other booths. I think there was 60 booths in total, and a lot of great crafts and arts and lovely stuff. So yep, I'm quite excited to have done that. Anyway, this is a Wink of Stella brush pen thing that I'm just going around the edges of the sentiments here, just to kind of give it a little tiny bit of sparkle in the stars and around. And once I've gone on through all those, I'm going to take back my panel here that we splattered all over, because now it's dry, and I am going to cut it in half and cut it in half again, so that way I have 4 card panels to use on the fronts of my cards. And this is easy pattern paper to make, and it's got a little bit of sparkle. You could do galaxy with this and some really neat ideas. So here I have the banner die that I cut out with I think it was like 1 inch by 2.5 inch banner die that I'd gotten with a Spellbinders Kit of the Month Club thing. I don't know if it was February that I got it with, or if it was January. I can't remember, but it's served its use. I use this banner die quite a bit, and I thought, well, if I use it here, I can cut off the ends, and then the little bit that you'd normally just toss, I'd just put it back on the card to add a little bit of an interest to it. So I'll do it again with this. I can't remember where this paper was from. I probably got it from the dollar store. It's just like a matte silver with little gold polka dots in it that are shiny, which I thought, you know, for graduation that might be nice because it's not too flashy, but you know, it makes it a little bit special with the gold and the shiny and the splatters in the back. So I'll take some double-sided foam tape that I think I picked up at the dollar store, and I'll cut my little pieces here to go on the back sides of these little magic messages, which I've gotten my fair use out of these. I think these were a great investment for my stash for when I need, you know, just a quick sentiment that's effective and straight to the point and not overly fancy, but still fancy enough to put on a card. You could use these, you know, solely with the magic message die by Fawn, but I find that I get more use out of these just by themselves and not with the interactive kit that goes with. So I'm just going around with the foam tape and making sure that I've got enough to make it stable. That's another reason why I used 110-pound cardstock, just because I needed that extra stability in case, you know, it gets popped in the mail or something like that. So I believe most of my graduation cards sold out yesterday as well at the market, which made me happy. So we'll have to tuck this idea away for next graduation. Whoever's graduating next. Or whatever pop-up market I do next. Anyway, I digress. So I'm just going to place that in the center. Well, not in the center, but off-center. But the center of the banner kind of thing. You know what I mean. And here I didn't have any of that pattern paper left. So in that club kit that I had with the banner die, I had some matte gold, or not matte gold, but shiny gold cardstock. This is just kind of one of those things that's in my stash that I never really had any use for. Hindsight, probably shouldn't have bent it and peeled it off, but it is what it is. Like this mirror paper is so hard to work with, I find. It's like you glue it and you got to stick it down once and that's all you get, is that's the only shot. So because you risk bending it or, you know, creasing it or whatever, and it kind of, if you're a perfectionist or if everything has to be just right, it would probably drive you nuts, which it did for me a little bit, but I got over it. So once I've done it to all 4 of the cards with the banners, I'm just going to add some tape runner to the back. And I'm going to use my Misty here to be able to line up my cards here. So what I'm going to do is I'll take that out, magnet, and I'll place the card upside down so that way I can get the top of the panel lined up with the top, so if I've got to trim anything off. So here you have it. Here are the cards that I made, and I think this literally took me 40 minutes tops to make 4 cards. So these are some of my quicker mass-produced cards that I can accomplish, but you know, you could take this basic idea and make so many more really cool cards. So if you've enjoyed today's content or found it helpful, please give this video a like. I also welcome you to subscribe as I post weekly. Here's another video I think you might enjoy. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care.